Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chad with CD Shave, and thank you very much for joining me for today's badly needed face shave. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I've been very busy and had a lot of things going on. So we're jumping in to a video today and a product profiling. As I've said in my other videos, I do not follow a schedule. That's why I always tell you to subscribe. That way you get a notification. But we'll touch on that a little bit later. Today's profile, Beaudelaire, right there out of Barrister. It's a collaboration of Barrister and Mann and West Coast Shaving, as you can see right there. It's got a lot of different notes in it. It's got Fougere. It's basically a combination of Fougere notes and Mouse de Saxe notes, which is geranium, licorice, leather. Also has some floral notes in there, rose, Ylang Ylang, and then there's sandalwood, and of course a little bit of vanilla just to top it off. That's the color of the soap right there. As you can see, I've been scooping it out as I've been testing this and seeing how it works. It almost, as you can see, there's kind of a two-tone there. I've noticed that after, when you, in between using these soaps, the top tends to dry out. You can actually see it's already starting to speck a little bit. It gets to like a lighter tone, so it's definitely got some type of moisture going on underneath. But that is the soap. Comes in the nice, very hard plastic, non-forgiving, because I've dropped one of these before. Jars. You don't want to do that. It is in glass, but it definitely doesn't do well with hitting the floor on concrete or hardwood. So, having said that, we also do have the matching aftershave to go with that right here. Same thing, same type of scent basically. And of course, for the aftershave, we also have the post-shave Thayer's Witch Hazel in the JD bottle. Since we're talking about shaving here, let's talk about what we're mowing the face with. We're using the Gold Dollar razor. I've been using this a lot lately. It's been working well for me. Just a round point, nothing overly special. It's one of their newer releases. These are cedarwood scales, I believe. It might be redwood, but I think they're cedarwood scales. We're going to call them cedarwood. It's actually, they put a lot of time and effort into these. There's a lot of back and forth stuff I've noticed with Gold Dollar. Some people love them, some people hate them. A lot of people like them because they can modify them and kind of try their hand at razor modification, maybe even some restoration skills. I have not done anything like that myself, but this is what I use. I have pretty good luck with them. Haven't had too many issues. So, as far as the brush is concerned, because we can't make a lather without a brush, we're going with Wolf Whiskers. This is a group brush that was done by for the shave market. The Hog colors, Heart of Gryffindor. Those of you that are Harry Potter fans, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you that are not, Google it. Anyway, moving on to that, we get the synthetic knot here. As you can see, I also got this from Wolf Whiskers. The whole package was done by them. It's a fantastic brush. It really feels good in the hands. Nice weight to it. And I really like synthetic knots. That's kind of my preference. So that is the deal. As far as the holiday of the day, let's jump right into that, ladies and gentlemen. Holiday of the day. Today is two of them. There's National Asteroid Day and National Meteor Day. I'm a big space fan. I follow SpaceX. I follow NASA. I follow all that stuff. Kind of a big thing for me. And today is National Asteroid and National Meteor Day. So, if you aren't up on that stuff, there's been a lot of new developments lately in space program. I want you to take a look at the websites that are out there. Give them a read. You might find them pretty interesting. But, having said that, you're not really here for the holiday of the day. You're here for the shave. So, we're going to go ahead and lather this bowl. As you can see, I've got it smashed into my bowl here. Sporting the brown color. I'm going to smash it into, or I'm going to lather it right in there, get our lather going. We'll do the first pass on camera, move on with the rest of the shave, as been our usual lately. But in the meantime, take a look at this.
West Coast Shaving is practically a staple name in any wet shaver's hobby. With tons of wet shaving equipment, videos, and collabs, you would be hard-pressed to not hear about them after spending any length of time in this community. And speaking of collabs, let us explore the match of Barrister and Mann with West Coast Shaving. The result? An exclusive shave set with a dark yet sweet and woodsy scent. One intended to be different than all the other scents that are out there. Against the grain, as it were. Fitting title for this one, as Charles Beaudelaire was known for writing poetry that was a little against the grain himself. So much so that it resulted in him being prosecuted in the 1800s, resulting in fines for both he and his publisher. While Will from Barrister and Mann will surely not be prosecuted for his creation of the scent, it is different. One that you will enjoy? Well, that's entirely up to you. As it is said, though, you never know until you try, so why not give them a shot? Be brave, be bold, and shave against the grain.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, brush is loaded. Plenty of lather left in the bowl. You get these really, really nice peaks, which is typical of Barrister and Mann. Took me about a minute to load the to make the lather. This is something that I tend to spend a little extra time with, especially when I'm profiling or even reviewing a product. This is more of a profiling though, because Barrister and Mann, I mean, anybody who is in the wet shaving community for any length of time has heard of Barrister and Mann, and people usually know that they do have a great base. I've done a ton of reviews on them. I can't even begin to tell you how many I've done, but quite a few. So let's go ahead and get this first pass going. Now, as I said before, this base, or this particular soap, was made by a collaboration effort, or we'll call it maybe an exclusivity. For West Coast Shaving, it was done by Barrister and Mann, so I don't believe it's available on their website. At least I haven't seen it on there. I believe you can just get it at westcoastshaving.com. Having said that, it is available for $31. I'm sorry, excuse me, $21 for a 4-ounce tub. It comes in the Excelsior base. It's like sometimes I have a hard time following that. Artisans change their bases so much, and Barrister and Mann has done that quite a few times. Not a ton, but quite a few times over the years. And this particular one is in the Excelsior base, which is, I believe, is one that's currently still in use, obviously, because this one is that. And it's a fantastic base. It's very, very easy to load. Anybody, in my opinion, who's new to wet shaving that wants to kind of just make it work without too much effort would be this one. And you'll get a fantastic example of slickness. And the aftershave is available on westcoastshaving.com also for $21.99. It comes in a, I'm sorry, $19.99. It comes in a 3.5 ounce bottle. And there's a matching EDT, which I do not have. That's in a 30 milliliter bottle, and it's 31 and some change. So, all right, let's go with that first pass. I was talking to somebody recently who asked, who was having a little trouble on their first shave after their days off. They work in a profession where they're required to shave every day. So they were saying that that first shave every Monday tends to be a little rough for them. They get a lot of pulling and tugging. Otherwise, they don't seem to have a problem. They do use a DE on their face. And my suggestion to them is one I'm going to be throwing at you as well. I don't currently use this because I don't have that problem. But if you find yourself with a lot of beard growth and you really want to hit it up, my suggestion for you would be to use a pre-shave. Throw a pre-shave on there. Doesn't really matter which one, in my opinion. I mean, I don't really use them that much, so but you can use them and throw a pre-shave on there. It might just give you just that extra slickness you might need just to get that first shave done. Some people will say, well, it's got to be his blade, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. Yeah, I am aware of that, and I'm working with him on the hardware, but in the meantime, I suggested to him to try a pre-shave. Now, those of you that maybe want to try a pre-shave and don't think you may not have one check your gear, because if you've ever used a beard oil, you have a pre-shave. Most beard oils can be used as pre-shave, from what I understand. So I would give that a shot if you're having that same type of woe. All right. First pass in the books. As far as the scent is concerned, for me, let's get a little wipe here. As far as the scent is concerned, for me, off the puck, it's pretty heavy. I definitely give this an 8 or a 9 out of 10. As far, I got lather everywhere today. That's all right. Anyway, so as I was saying, I'll give it definitely a higher rating as far as scent strength is concerned. The scent itself, to me, is extremely dark, but it's not cologne-y. It's just dark and woodsy. It's kind of, if you picture like a Fougere scent with a lot of vanilla in it, that's what that reminds me of, in my personal opinion. So that's right out of there. As far as lathering is concerned, the same holds. It's a little bit lighter, but I've always found the scents generally lighten up when you lather them, and you know, they do what they do after that. So all right, so that's the first pass. That's my opinion on this particular, a little bit of my opinion on this particular shave. So we're going to finish up this shave, and we'll see you guys in the post shave. Stick with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, the shave has been completed. We did all our passes. We are very, very smooth. No areas of cuts or irritation. Let's start with the post shave. Got our JD bottle. Actually, we're running out of the old peach scented witch hazel, which is good. I'm really tired of that stuff. but I don't like throwing things away, so I'm going to finish with that. When that's done, I got a bunch of other ones from Thayer's that I picked up that I'm eager to give a shot. So witch hazel is always a good start for the aftershave for me. No matter what I put on for aftershaves, it just seems to do really, really well with my face. So, all right, while that's sitting in there, let's talk about the scent. The scent for me stayed strong throughout the entire shave itself. I had no problems with different notes changing or anything like that. Not that I necessarily have problems. Sometimes that happens with certain scents I've noticed. With this one, it stayed about the same. So let's go ahead and throw on our aftershave. So the scent on this is a little bit different. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, the same, but it's, you know, the certain notes jump out. I get more like a dark floral off of this rather than I got more of the vanilla with the soap. I got, for the aftershave, I got more of a dark floral off of this, which isn't bad. It's just different. I do like it. I will use it. And interestingly enough, this is probably one of those scents that I would probably put in the realm of either fall, maybe even winter. Yes, I know it is June just into July, but with all the different summer scents and the drink scents and the flower this and flower that, I just wanted to go with something a little bit different. So here we are with this. Take it or leave it. Makes no difference to me as far as I'm concerned. I will take it. I will use it throughout the rest of the year. However, that is the shave. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, please put it in the comment section below. If you like this video or any of my videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would suggest doing so if you want to follow the channel, because I don't follow a schedule, and you're going to want that, so that way you get a notification every time we do a video here at CD Shaving. Folks, I am Chad. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you guys and girls in the next video.